Hey Tim, it's DJ. Just thought I'd give you a quick run through of my World of Warcraft character. I haven't really shown anyone anything or really talked much about World of Warcraft that much, other than the fact that I am playing it and whatnot. No, I'm not free. Go away. Wait a second. So obviously this is on a hold. You know, on a hold if you've just been killed by a Void Reaver. This is I play a Warlock, human Warlock. So obviously I'm Alliance, which means naturally that I hate Void. I hate Horde. I've got Void Reaver on the brain. So this is my character. She's yes, I play a girl character. Turn around. There we go. So she is a level 70 Warlock. The character's name is Lacrima Morti. Basically I am at a stage where I've been through the leveling part. I've been through like the instances and stuff like that, and I'm now in a raiding guild, so I'm doing 10-man and 25-man raids, which is a whole new way of playing the game. I find it's really I've got a lot to learn. Basically, I really don't know what the hell I'm doing most of the time, and I'm trying to kind of find my feet and work out how the hell to do things and so forth. So anyway, she's pretty cool. I've got things worked out pretty well on. Got some pretty good gear so far through raiding, which I'll show you in a sec. So let me land again. So yes, let me see if I can zoom in on that. No, bit closer. There we go. Okay. So I've got the Battlecast hood, which I've got added some gems to it to make extra spell damage, extra spell power with another hood enchantment and spell hit rating. I got a brooch that I got out of the 10-man raid in Karazhan. Frozen Shadowweave shoulders, which I made myself. That required a lot of farming, a lot of killing the same thing over and over and over again. Which is a real pain in the ass. That's part of the set, so I got that, and also the Shadowweave robe and the Shadowweave boots, all of which took a lot of time and effort. I just picked up this week Soul Eater's hand wrap, which I've added some spell damage to. I didn't make myself, but I got made for me a Girdle of Ruination, added some more spell damage to that, as well as the Battlecast pants that go with the hood. And that again, more spell damage. I added the runic spell thread to it, which gave it an extra 35 damage and 20 stamina. So that's kind of craziness. I'm raiding Karazhan at the moment, which is a 10-man guild, so a 10-man run. So I'm up to Revered Rep there. So I've got the Violet Signet that does 28 extra spell damage, and I've got a few blues still, which I'm trying to get exchanged through raiding. So I've got this like pretty crappy blue ring. If you don't have one of these, actually you don't do PvP. That's right, I'm on a PvP server. So when you do PvP, it's a good idea to have one of these because it dispels things like fear and polymorph and things like that. So when one of the horde, basically makes you immobile, you can get out of it, which is kind of good. I still get completely owned all the time though, and get my ass kicked all the time. I'm really crap at PvP, and I've got my only green, which is a really crappy trinket, which I'm trying to get rid of. Actually, I've got 2 greens. I've got a crappy wand as well. So I've got in my offhand, because I hold a sword, which is this really awesome sword that I picked up this week, and I got an enchant on it called Soul Frost, which gives it an extra 54 shadow damage. I mainly deal in shadow damage. I'm using the affliction spec for the warlocks, which I'll show you in a minute. And so I've got this offhand, which I got by doing heroic dungeons. I did like a whole bunch of them, and then traded in 25 badges for this thing. So And then the other two things I've got is a blue wrist and a blue cloak, which I'm trying to replace for both of those. So that's all my gear. Now, once you start getting to this point, you should probably think about using some mods. As you probably noticed, my screen, I'll zoom back out. So yeah, my screen is very different from the normal World of Warcraft interface. And I've also got a lot of things like this thing up here, which is called Omen, which is a threat meter. So when you're in a group, you can see who's dealing the most damage or who's generating the most threat. And when you're a Warlock, or in your case a Shadow Priest, or even a healer, you want to stay under the top guy's threat. So that's what that's good for. MT targets tells me what the main tank is targeting, so I know to target their target as well. Damage meter, how much damage is being dealt. And up here I've got things like, performance, like frames per second and things like that, money, loot stuff, Atlas Loot Enhanced, I should say, which tells me every single boss what he drops, what I could possibly get from killing him. And Bartender, which is something which allows me to do all these fancy bars and stuff like that, which is very cool. So yeah, so I'll show you my spec. Let's bring it back down and go for another zoom. Ooh, that's out. Go in. Okay, so this is the talent tree for Affliction. So basically I've got 41 points in Affliction. So I've got like all these things. I won't go through them all because it'll take way too much time. But basically what it gives me is a whole bunch of spells that take a lot of time, not a lot of time, but usually around 24 seconds to deal their full damage. So I can apply these dots onto someone and then run away, and while they're chasing me they will die because I'm out of their range or whatever, in theory. Now what I've done is I've only got 2 points in the Demonology talents, and that's just to improve the health stones that I can make. So every time I make one of those I get 2,500 health just by clicking it. And then over in the Destruction tree I've got 18 points. You get 61 points when you finally finish at level 70. And basically what I've done with those points is just improving my Shadow Bolt, making it more powerful, making it crit more often, and then also improving the reach of my destruction spells, so that way they're at the same reach as my affliction spells. So that's basically my tree there. So yeah, so just back out of it. So that's my girl. She's pretty cool. I quite enjoy playing her. I'm still learning a lot. I'm not as good as I can be. I know that. I'm not doing as much damage as I should, and I'm working on that. But yeah, I thought you might enjoy looking at my character and seeing what she's like. I'll show you. You've probably seen it. You've probably seen the whole scene. But yeah, I don't have an epic flying mount, unfortunately, which really sucks. But I have a job and a YouTube life as well, and all kinds of other lives, so I don't have time to sit here and farm the gold required. Like 5,000 gold is a lot of money for a flying mount. But yeah, but I picked the white one because I think it's cute and cool. But anyway, I thought you'd enjoy that. If not, just ignore it. And anyone else who's not interested in World of Warcraft, I'm sorry that you sat through this video. Yeah, have a good one, Tim. I'll speak to you soon, man. Have a good one.